40, and yeah, I like to milk a joke, you know what I mean? I like a lot of milk jokes, and I'll milk a joke, and thank you. And I'm over 40. I remember when my dad turned 40, it was a big deal. We were like, dang, this guy is old. Like, there was a sign in our yard that said, Lordy, Lordy, Richard's 40. And you're like, dang, this guy's about to die, I guess. He's so old, the neighborhood's talking about it. But I don't feel old like that, you know. I feel good. But I did get vertigo not long ago. I don't know if you guys know what that is. Somebody does. And it's like a real old person thing, vertigo. The main symptom is you just get dizzy. I think that's the only symptom. Physically, you're fine. Just real dizzy, you know. You don't see a lot of young kids with vertigo. You don't see kids jumping off the merry-go-round being like, oh, really activated my vertigo. Kids like being dizzy. It's fun to them. It's devastating for an adult. It feels so weak. Like, physically, nothing wrong with you, but inside you're like, oh, I can't stand. Can't even stare at the wall, really. Keeps moving. My friends call me up. They're like, hey, you want to go out? I'm like, nah, I can't. I'm real dizzy right now. They're like, what happened? I'm like, I don't know. I was just sitting here. And then I got up. After that, I was real dizzy, you know. I went to the doctor about it, and this is a real doctor that I went to. Just want you to know, I didn't go through any doorways made of beads to get there, but but he got real mystical with me, you know. He was like, you got these crystals in your ears. And he said they get lost in there and they get turned around or whatever, and you'll get... I'm paraphrasing some, but he said... But apparently there are crystals in our ears. At least that's what everybody believes, that we all have these crystals in our ears, and that's what's keeping us balanced. They weren't able to present this crystal to me. They didn't x-ray my head and go, you see those crystals there? But that's apparently that's what's happening. There's crystals in your ear. So this is what I think happened. One time I was using a Q-tip to clean my ear, and I was really getting at it. Pulled the Q-tip out, there was no more cotton left on the end. I got too into it, you know? Just pulled out a stick. I was like, that can't be right. So I reached in my ear and I tried to get it, you know, I tried to pull the cotton out, but I never got the cotton. I guess my ear sucked it up. It's like quicksand in there. So I think when that cotton went down my ear canal, I think my crystal got lodged up in there. And it took it down with it. And I don't know how all this is connected in my brain, you know. I know that one doctor can do the ear, nose, and throat, you know. So it must be connected in some way. And one day I'd like to blow my nose and be like, oh, there's that cotton. And pull it out, dig through it, find my crystal, pop it back in. Be like, boom, I'm back, baby. But until then, I'm just a little bit dizzy. And have a lot of trouble on a carousel. You know what I mean? I don't know how the ears work. I don't know anything about the ears, but I fly a lot, and every time I fly, it feels like the pressure from the plane crushes my ear tubes. And then I have to hold my nose and blow, and it reinflates the tubes. I don't know if that's what happens, but that's what it feels like is happening. And I can't breathe out of my ears, right? I know that none of us can do that. That's not something weird with me. I know that none of us can do that. But what I'm saying is I think I'm close to being able to do it. I think I'm just 4 or 5 of these away from popping that tube, and then I'm just getting fresh air in through the ears. And that's something I want. That is something I want. I want to be hard to suffocate. You got to have 4 hands to get me. It's got... You want to do it with a pillow? It's got to be a body pillow. You got to wrap it all the way around. Tie it up. I want to get kidnapped, and they go, we can't suffocate this guy. Let him go, let him go. That is something I want. That's something I'm into. What if there was just enough poison in this bottle that I had to drink the whole thing to die? At the end of the show, I take the last sip, collapse on the stage. You guys think it's all part of the show? Start filing out, you go, what a great show. And then you see the ambulance pull up, you're like, wow, he's really digging into this, huh? I'm getting into that bit. All right. Okay. All right. We're having a good time, you know what I mean? Okay. I'm pumped to be here, Chattanooga. It's a hot show, you know what I mean? Already been a hot show. Feels like it's going to keep being a hot show. I feel good, I slept good, and that feels good. I don't always sleep good, but I did sleep good last night. I had a dream that I was watching a Larry Bird documentary. I've never seen a Larry Bird documentary. That means my mind created a Larry Bird documentary for me to watch in my sleep. That's incredible, I think. That is incredible. Pretty low budget documentary, though. Wasn't even really Larry Bird in the documentary. It means my subconscious couldn't work up the budget to get Larry Bird. My own dream documentary. You know what I mean? Okay. We're having a good time. Okay. I had a dream one time that I was about to get trapped in an elevator. And that's a big fear of mine, you know. Not because I'm claustrophobic, but because I pee a lot. I got a real pee problem. I'm not trying to be gross about it, but I got a real overactive bladder, you know. I got the kind of bladder that's like, oh, you trying to do something? Why don't you go pee first, though? Like, I never been in a Home Depot and found what I needed before I had to pee. I'm just trying to get a couple of screws. Next thing you know, I'm in the back corner of a Home Depot, in between some carpet rolls. I don't know if I'm in the bathroom or the break room. I don't know what's going on back there. And I don't know what people eat that shop at Home Depot, but they are destroying that bathroom. I never seen anything like it. I'm just in there to pee, and my eyes are watering. I hope I don't pass out in here, because I'll keep breathing that in. But I do pee a lot, though, and I'm in a lot of elevators. I'm in elevators all the time. I'm always in a hotel, and I get to the hotel, I get off the plane, I get in the car, get to the hotel, and I got to pee real bad, and I'm like, nah, I can make it to the room. I can make it to the room. And I'm in the elevator pushing the button, you know what I mean? Like, let's go, let's go. And I always think, if this elevator breaks down, I'm always like, how long would it take before I peed in this elevator? And I think it would happen right away. I don't think I'd waste any time. I think I'd feel it shut down, and then they go, oh, sorry, the elevator's broke, and I would just let loose in there. And then they go, oh, sorry, minor glitch, we're up and running. I'm like, well, I'm sorry that happened. But I'm not ruining my bladder because your elevator's glitching out in here. I didn't know how long we was going to be in here, you know? I didn't want to be uncomfortable in front of all these other people. You know what I mean? Okay. Okay. You ever in an elevator and you look up in the top right corner and you see the name brand of the elevator in there? Who's that for? You ever been in an elevator and been like, dang, this is a pretty good elevator. What brand is this? I'm gonna start recommending this to other hotels I stay at. You guys gotta get on that Otis elevator. Okay, a couple of Otis fans. Well, that's a good elevator. It is a good elevator. One test drive ruined our reputation here. Nah, that's gross, though. I don't like to do a lot of gross jokes like that, you know? I'm not into a lot of throw-up jokes. That's not my thing. I don't like a lot of throw-up jokes. I don't like a lot of fart jokes. I'm not into that sort of stuff, you know? I know a lot of guys that'll kind of like fart in your area, you know? And that's a big joke to them. It's very funny. That's not my kind of joke, you know? If I got a fart, I try to go off to the side. I try to be very discreet about it, you know? But it feels like no matter where I go to let one out, somebody pops up. I could go into a closet to let out a few. Somebody will pop up. Hey, dude, what's going on in here? You farting in here or what, man? Did you get back out to the party, you know? Instead of farting in here all night. Blowing up all the coats, you know? You're not supposed to be breathing that in, you know? That's why you're getting all dizzy like that. If I fart and somebody walks up to me, I just go ahead and let them know what happened. I go, hey, I just want you to know I just farted here, okay? Because I would rather you know that I farted than to leave the conversation thinking I smell like farts. I want you to know something went down here. You know what I mean? Like if you'd showed up about 30 seconds earlier, it wouldn't be like this. Or a couple of minutes later, it'd be clear, you know? But you happen to come right when a thing happened. I don't want you thinking I smell like this all the time. I don't know why I keep farting in elevators. I don't want to, you know? I'm not looking to do it. I stay in a lot of hotels, and I got these long, empty hallways, practically abandoned hallways I can walk down. I can do whatever I want in there. Some of these hotels are so bad, I could start a small fire in there, and nobody would know, you know? But somehow, I get to that elevator, and my body's like, nah, this is where it's going to happen here. Yeah, you got your own little private area here. This is where it's going to happen. I did it in an elevator in Vegas one time. I got on the elevator on the 30th floor. I was all alone in there. Passed a little gas, you know. Not a big deal, but you could smell it though, you know. I dropped down one floor to floor 29. The doors open up. Two of the most attractive women I've ever seen in my life are standing there waiting to get in. I just got out. I was like, nah, I got business on floor 29. I'm like, this 29? Yeah, I couldn't find the stairs, but I'm looking for 29. This is 29? Yeah, I'm looking for 29. Like, they'll know it's me, right? But I'm not going to ride 29 floors with you, hanging my head in shame. I just feel bad for them when they get down to floor 28. The doors open again. Now they got to get out. I get back in on 29, pick them up on 28.